So that I can maybe comment on it a little bit more knowledgeably, because the strategy is definitely going to change.
France and Finland. In women's competition, Canada, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, all with 2 straight wins. 2 rinks at 1-1, Germany and France, and winless Switzerland, United States, Austria, and Denmark. Curling Championships in women's competitions. Canada, Julie Sutton all alone in first place at 4-0, followed by Scotland, Norway at 3-1, Germany and Sweden at 2-1. And Austria still looking for their first. In men's competition, Canada, Norway at 3-0 over Sweden. It's France 1-0 over the USA in women's play. Other scores still early in this 8th round of these World Curling Championships in Winnipeg. The United States, Maymar and Al Gemmell of Houston, 2-1 now over France as they play the 3rd. Scotland 1-0 over Switzerland in the 3rd. And France, with 2 in the 4th, has moved in front of the rink from Houston. Hello, everybody, right across the country, and hello to you. Through this 8th round of these World Curling Championships, the United States scored 3 in the 5th to lead France 5-3 in women's competition. Switzerland leading Scotland 2-1, and Sweden 4-2. Update for you: the game between France and the United States women's competition in a 5-5 tie as they play the 7th. This is the final stone for the skip from Houston, Maymar and Al Gemmell, the former Canadian women's senior champion, and this is an open draw for 3. She's lying 2 in the 4-foot. The U.S. rink looking for their first win come into this 8th round 0 and 3. France, the rink of Annick Mercier, is 1 and 2. And look at that, 3 stones in the 4-foot 3 for the U.S. They now lead it 8-5.
They'll be two-stepping in Houston tonight.
Live update for you now. The game women's game between France and the United States, with the USA leading 8-7. And line 1, 4 foot at 9 o'clock. And this is the final stone for the French team of Annick Mercier. Annick Mercier still not feeling well enough to play, so Brigitte Lamy throwing skip stones, and her final stone.
She's thrown a lot of weight. I thought she was just coming down to tap, but we'll see how much it curls here.
We're going to go now, Linda.
Got to hold on to be shot here. She's got to hold on to be shot. Oh, my. What a shot by Brigitte Lamy. And that'll force the American skip, Maymar and Al Gemmell of Houston, to make her stone, or making her shot. She leads by 1, 8-7. All right, now let's return to the final stone of the game between France and the USA. Maymar and Al Gemmell, the former Canadian senior women's champion, now living in Houston, looking to win her first of this World Championship. Leading by 1. Got to hold around, hang around for shot stone, and the U.S. have won their first. Maymar and Al Gemmell and her rink from the U.S. curling out of the Houston Curling Club. They practice Sunday mornings in a shopping center. They win their first by a score of 9-7.
Y'all walked right in there, didn't it?
It was fabulous. Look at the curl on this ice.
Now we return to the game. United States win their first 9-7 over France. Switzerland win their second in a row, beating previously unbeaten Scotland 6-4. And Sweden scored 2 in 10 to beat the former world champion Andrea Schopp 9-8. And so Canada now all alone in first place in the women's group at 4-0, followed by Scotland and Norway at 3-1, Germany, Sweden at 2-1, Switzerland at 2-2. France at 1-3, along with Denmark and the United States. Austria still looking for their first win.